Hi friends, today I'm coming at you again with my travel journal, and I'm actually going to make a band for it to keep it all together and hold it in place. I used a headband that I had. They're real cheap. You can get them at Walmart for like 50 cents a piece. These are the little um, die cuts that I'm going to go ahead and use. And I'm going to use the 1-inch stamp by EK, 1-inch circle stamp by EK, as well as the 2-inch scalloped circle by Close to My Heart. And I'm going to be using my Rinea paper to do this project on. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to make a little flower that's going to sit on top of the band to hold it all together and just pull the whole thing together. So the first thing I'm going to do, and this actually makes cutting a whole lot easier, is when you're using Rinea foil paper, you're going to want to fold it over in half when you're using a die cut. And what this does is it allows for a smoother cut. I've had an issue with foil in general tearing when it's too thin, and this just thickens it up and also allows you to get your job done quicker. And I'm going to make about 9 of these scallop circles. I'm just going to dump them out as I go. So there's 2. And as you can see, this particular foil paper is the royal blue with the gold backing. There's 2 colors. The center is paper and it is infused with foil. So it's really, really a cool thing, a cool medium to work with. If you haven't worked with this particular paper, I encourage you to do so because you're not going to find anywhere else like it on the market. It appears to be extremely fragile and flexible, yet it holds its shape. It's real durable, only tears and cuts when you want it to. So for an artist, it just really makes it fun to use and easy to manipulate. I think it's something that everybody should have in their arsenal or in their stash. So that's going to be my big flower. Those are going to be for my big flower right there. I'm going to set those aside. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful pink. And again, I'm folding it over. This is going to be a smaller fold because I'm going to be using the circles on this that are going to go inside of my petal. And this is a fun little embossed stars that are on this Rinea. So you have an option of plain or embossed. Both sides of this are pink. It's not two-toned. I don't believe any of the embossed are. That one I had to kind of pull. And again, just punching them out. I do about 9. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I want my centerpiece to look. I want that clip art by Calico Collage to go in the centerpiece to pull the entire travel journal together. I decided I like the pink better with the little centerpiece. So those are going to be the little centers of my petals. What you can do, there's a different variation. I actually have this on my stash. I did a couple different flowers this way where I actually folded those the same way I'm going to fold the scalloped circles to make a center for a flower or a separate flower that's smaller. But this time I just want to make that little pink color pop. And so I'm going to go ahead and just add them to the center. I love this paper for these flowers because it makes it so easy to fold. And if I get my fold screwed up, I can just do it again. And you can't even tell that I messed up. It's so forgiving. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that in. I mean, look how easy that is to fold. It's so simple. And And as you can see, I got a little bit, I didn't get it right, so I'm going to do it again. You're not going to be able to tell. It's so easy. And when I do this with cardstock, it's not so simple. I'm going to use some of my Beacon 3-in-1 to adhere all together. And I like the Beacon 3-in-1 for this because it is a permanent hold once I get it done. And it also is movable and flexible until I do so I can move that centerpiece around. And there's my first little petal. Usually your flowers need between 6 and 8 petals depending on how you place them. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. Lining them up to make sure that they look cute and go together. And I like what I see, so we're just going to add it. I do like the two-tone for this because it allows that gold pop to go through the back. It's important when you're making flowers like this that you do go ahead and put the color side down that you want to show the most. That needs to be facing away from you because that's going to be what's going to show the most. And just the accent color needs to be looking up at you, if that makes sense. All right. Now I do turn them over, and this is easy for me to adhere it. Right now what I'm doing is I'm actually setting up the little petals that I've made, and I'm going to adhere it to one of the bigger petals just to hold it all in place. But this just allows me to line it up. Sometimes when you try to line it up correctly, by not flipping it over, it messes with it too much and it doesn't get it perfect. This way I'll line it up, slap some adhesive on that petal over you see on the left, and then slap it on there, and it should stay pretty much perfect. Plus, it gives me a little bit of time to move it around. I've decided that I'm not going to make another petal. I'm actually going to add um, what would be equivalent to leaves to this, where that missing part is, to kind of pull in all of the elements of this travel journal. And I'm just going to take it and smack it down there. As you can see, I can kind of maneuver it around a bit to make sure the placement on it is well. It's important that all the little scalloped edges are lined up and there's not space between it. I'm going to flip it over, maneuver it a little more. There we go. Looking good. Then I put on the center that pink again, and I'm going to put the clip art as the main focal. And now I'm going to go ahead and find my little leaves to go with it, which are going to be the banners. Oh, and I'm going to put a little pop dot with that pretty flower. I'm going to bling it out some. And I'm going to get into the back of my pocket. I love how that's turning out. And I'm just playing with it, trying to find the right mix.